Hello students, welcome to the 22nd session of physics class. Myself Lata, I am Assistant Professor of Physics, Government First Grade College, Sulya. The learning objective of this unit were already discussed in the previous sessions. Topics covered in this session are power in AC circuit, comparison between the series and parallel resonance. So first we will study about the power in an AC circuit. To derive the power in an AC circuit, let us consider the alternating voltage applied to the circuit will be equal to V is equal to V naught sin omega t, and instantaneous current produced in the circuit will be equal to I is equal to I naught sin omega t minus phi. So here V naught and I naught are the peak values are voltage and current respectively. Phi is the phase difference between the voltage and current. So the instantaneous power consumed in a circuit is defined as the product of voltage and current. So we know that V is equal to V naught sin omega t and I is equal to I naught sin omega t minus phi. Substituting those values in the expression for power, then P will be equal to V naught sin omega t into I naught sin omega t minus phi. So here taking common as V naught I naught sin omega t minus phi. So it is in the form of sin A minus B. So using the formula of sin A minus B, so expanding these terms, sin A minus B, that is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Here in place of A, omega t is there, and in place of B, phi is there. Therefore, this can be expanded as sin omega t cos phi minus cos omega t sin phi. Therefore, the expression for power becomes V naught I naught sin omega t into sin omega t cos phi minus cos omega t sin phi. So multiplying terms inside the bracket with sin omega t, that is P is equal to V naught I naught into sin square omega t into cos phi minus sin omega t cos omega t into sin phi. True power or average power consumed over one complete cycle of AC applied will be defined as PT, that is true power will be equal to integration from 0 to t P into dt whole divided by integration from 0 to t dt. So integration of 0 to t is capital T. So therefore true power will be equal to 1 over t integration from 0 to t P into dt. So substituting the value of P, that is V naught I naught into sin square omega t cos phi minus sin omega t cos omega t sin phi in place of P will get Pt will be equal to, here V naught I naught will be the constant. So taking outside the integration, V naught I naught divided by t integration from 0 to t sin square omega t cos phi minus sin omega t cos omega t into sin phi into dt. After simplifying this, we'll get here cos phi is a constant, taking outside V naught I naught divided by t into cos phi integration from 0 to t sin square omega t dt minus, here sin phi is a constant, taking outside the integration sin phi integration from 0 to t sin omega t cos omega t into dt. We know that, so over a complete cycle, that is 0 to t, integration from 0 to t sin omega t cos omega t into dt is equal to 0. So then the above expression becomes Pt will be equal to V naught I naught divided by T cos phi, integration from 0 to T. So we don't have separate formula for sin square omega t, integration of sin square omega t into dt. Therefore, we have to split the terms. So sin square omega t is 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2 into dt. So separating the integrals, that is V naught I naught divided by t cos phi into integration from 0 to t 1 by 2 dt minus integration from 0 to t cos 2 omega t divided by t into dt. So we know that 0 to t cos 2 omega t by 2 into dt is 0. Then this expression becomes Pt is equal to V naught I naught divided by t cos phi. Integration of half dt is capital T by 2 after substituting the limiting values. This t and t will be get cancelled. True power will be equal to V naught I naught divided by 2 cos phi. So this can be written as Pt is equal to V naught by root 2 into I naught by root 2 into cos phi. Here V naught by root 2 is Vrms, I naught by root 2 is Irms. Therefore, true power can be expressed in terms of RMS value, that is Vrms into Irms into cos phi. So therefore, true power will be equal to apparent power into power factor. So the apparent power is Vrms into Irms and the power factor Pf will be equal to cos phi. It is the cosine of the phase angle between the current and voltage. Power factor is the cosine of the phase angle between the current and voltage. So it is the ratio of resistance to the impedance in the AC circuit. That is cos phi will be equal to R by Z, that is ratio of resistance to the impedance. So therefore true power will be equal to PA into PF, that is PA is apparent power and PF is power factor. Our apparent power can be expressed as PT divided by PF, that is Vrms into Irms. In purely resistive circuit, voltage is in phase with current. Therefore, phi will be equal to 0, cos phi will be equal to 1. Then, true power will be equal to apparent power. In only purely resistive circuit, true power is same as the apparent power. In purely capacitive or inductive circuit, phase between the current and voltage is 90 degree. Therefore, true power will be equal to apparent power into cos 90. So that is cos 90 is 0. Therefore, there is no power is consumed in the circuit even though there is a small current. Such current where the power consumption is 0, that is called a wattless current. So wattless current is the current so that even though there is a small power current, there is no power consumption in the circuit in purely capacitive or inductive circuit. So that current is called as wattless current. So now coming to the comparison between the series and parallel resonance. So the first comparison or difference is in series resonance, the resonance frequency is independent of the resistor. We can observe in the expression for resonance frequency, that is Fr is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi into root LC. Here there is no factor of R. That means it is independent of the resistance of the circuit. But in the parallel resonance circuit, the resonance frequency is depending upon the resistor of the circuit. So that is the frequency of at resonance will be equal to 1 over 2 pi into square root of 1 by LC minus R square by L square. Here R factor is there. Therefore, the resonance frequency depends on the resistance of the circuit. So the second difference is the impedance that is represented by Z is minimum at resonance. In parallel resonance, impedance is maximum at the resonance. And in third difference is current is minimum at resonance. In parallel resonance, current is maximum at resonance frequency. The series resonance is called as acceptor circuit because it accepts the signal of one particular frequency and rejects all other frequency. Therefore, it is called as acceptor circuit. Parallel resonance circuit is called as rejector circuit because it rejects one particular frequency and accepts all other frequency. Therefore, it is called as rejector frequency or rejector circuit. The fifth difference is there will be a voltage magnification Q times at the resonance across the capacitor or inductor. Here there will be a current magnification which is Q times at the resonance across the capacitor or inductor. So in series resonance we can observe the voltage magnification which is Q times more, and in parallel resonance we can observe the current magnification. And the sixth difference is quality factor at resonance frequency is given by Q is equal to omega R into L whole divided by R, or it can also be represented as 1 by omega R C into R. So in case of parallel resonance, quality factor is represented by Q is equal to omega R L divided by R, which is also equal to 1 divided by omega R into CR. So in both the resonance conditions, the quality factor expression is same. Seventh difference or comparison is the current and voltage are in phase at resonance frequency, that is at FR, phi will be equal to 0. And in parallel resonance also current and voltage are in phase at resonance frequency. In this case also phi will be equal to 0. The power factor in the series resonance will be equal to 1 and power factor in the parallel resonance is also equal to 1. So this completes the first chapter of the second unit. The references for this session are listed. Thank you.